When I was approached to write the book, one of the hardest things of writing the book was figuring out what the title was going to be. That was only one hard part, but and I say that in all honesty. I woke up in the middle of the night and it was so obvious. We had spent 6 months talking, bantering around of what the title was going to be, and I woke up in the middle of the night. Of course, no one wins alone, and it's so true. And you can be the best player in the world there, but if you don't have the participation of the people around you in a team sport, you're never going to be successful. And I was one of those guys that was probably not the kind of player like Wayne or Mario that could actually carry a team on his back individually. But I was really reliant on my teammates, and for good reason, because without the teammates and the participation. But to answer your question, I think trust is a massive part of that building that culture, and really understanding every player on the team, where he came from, what he's been through, what motivates him, what are his obstacles, and try to unleash his potential in every way. And of course, when you play on a championship team, there's always players that are overqualified for the position that you need them for on that team. That's the way you win, because you have players all overqualified. And any other team, they might be the guy that's playing on the power play, scoring goals, but on this team, we need you to be a right wing, checking, solid up and down kind of player, and then chip in where you can. Selling that to those players sometimes is not the easiest part, because everybody wants to score the goals, because if you score the goals, you make them more money, and if you make more money, then it's da-da-da-da. But ultimately, in the end, like the stage, when you do win, the stage is big enough for everybody to stand on. And that was what I tried to do from very early on. I saw my dad coach junior hockey teams to championships, and I saw the way he galvanized a team. I saw the culture that he created. I saw the all for one mentality. And for me, it was just such a natural thing, because I grew up with that. Of what a team should look like. And when it didn't look like that, it was very obvious. Mm-hmm. And when you build a culture and you bring people into a culture that's very sturdy and solid, players that aren't able to fit into that stick out very prominently. Mm-hmm. And the decisions that are made of who comes and who goes becomes very easy, because you're not guessing. And you give them every opportunity to come into the culture and fit in and play to what we're trying to experience here. And if they can't, then you have to make hard decisions. But and I think, getting back to your original question, how do you make someone accountable? Mm-hmm. You praise the work that they did, because every little piece of the puzzle in a championship team is important, no matter if you're playing 2 minutes a game or 25 minutes a game. That 2 minutes, without your best 2 minutes there, we can't win. And we value your contribution to the team. And I think that, I think those conversations, it takes a lot of work, because with 25 guys, I mean, I said the other day to someone that I'm 62 now, and if I didn't have to live 25 lives or 35 lives as a player, I'd still be playing. But by the time I retired after 26 years pro and living so many different lives all year long, mm-hmm. It takes a lot out of you emotionally, spiritually, physically, and then have a capacity to go out there and play yourself. But that's what it takes from a leadership. And I was lucky enough to have people around me that were amazing leaders themselves. And of course, nobody can win alone, nobody can lead alone as well. Mm-hmm. So having great people around has been something that I've been blessed with for my career.